part 17 of my Celts campaign, playing as the Picts. In the last episode we captured Duracoratorium, whatever it's called. From the goals, and you can see at the moment it's suffering there. I've rolled the turnover, so while I'm here, build a chieftain's hall and get that in there, get it going, defending the city. So I've opened the campaign here. My troops are recovering quite quickly, so that's good. I'll bring the spy down. As I say, this is the province capital, which is currently owned by the Geats. The other province is desolate, so there's a possibility I might come over and rebuild that to more consolidated. And down here we've got the Saxons knocking around. The Alamans still sieging Rotomagus. If they break off the siege, I will go in and take Rotomagus. I'm at war with the Caledonians, so there's an opportunity there, maybe to come across and capture Tauronium, Tauronum, or whatever it's called. Down in Africa here, which is my southern front, it all seems very quiet, maybe a little bit too quiet, but don't particularly want. I can knock that there, build some trade jetties there because I've got plenty of food coming in. That would get me a bit more money in, develop up the road system to make it easier for troops to get round if they don't want to use the shortcut across the water. Up here it's quiet. Taraco's still in the hands of the Jutes. I don't particularly want to go there. My navy's quite quietly raiding here. Quick look at the 5,337, so nearly there. And then that would be the minor victory, and then it would just be a case of playing on through for that. So spy here, can't really do anything. I think I'm going to send him there. You can see the Abdanians have now taken over there, so what I'm going to do is just push this spy over a bit, make him useful. Right. Quick look in here. I've rolled the turnover, and you can see I've put certain pieces in. My heir is here, so what I'm going to do is get him into this army. I've only got this very low 1-star general here. He's not doing very much, so do that. Bring my faction leader in, or my heir. He's got some pretty good there. What's his had? He can stay in. Excuse me. He can just supervise this army builds up, and then once it's big enough, we can start pushing down. My navy's up here. These guys have moved over, so I'm just going to bring the navy down here to supervise and keep an eye on this guy, make sure he's reminded. Let it go. Flevum's still hanging in there, positive food. So we'll just have a run through. I don't think there's much we can do this turn. Plenty of food here. This is building up quite nicely. Boricum. Yes, 130 food, doing quite well for Britannia Inferior. public order's on the increase, probably due to the military influence. Londinium's doing very well. This is building up here. This is still in the process of being knocked down. Pop down to Africa. Right, just knock that down. Prepare it for there. Food's good here. Religion's on the increase, so this is coming together nicely. This is coming there. Military wolf could build that, but I'm quite happy to hang out, wait for the moment. Arista up here. This is very close, so hopefully next term we'll have a gold mine in here. Yeah. Quad growth. Yep, well, so we should be able to get a gold, drop a gold mine in there. This has got plenty of things, so I could go up, take that up a level, give me more food. It's a bit low on food in this area. But this area is quite low on food in this area, so I'm going to need to try and perk things up a bit. So I think I will take the fishing wolves up, and that effectively spends my money for this turn. Right, I don't think there's much else to do. I can do. These guys aren't things. Actually, what we'll do, quick check of diplomacy. Africa is there, and we might be able to get a trade agreement with them, because yep, maybe a bit of extra cash. Yep, it's still high, so yep, that's good. Got another 1800 from them. It's always worth it, guys, to whenever the option's high, it's always worth doing it. The Alamans like us. The Caledonians are at war and they're deteriorating because they're at war. So who are the Caledonians at war with? The Alamans, the Picts, the Russian Romans and the Geats. Do that. Just have a quick check to see what the Geats think of us. They're deteriorating as well. See if we can improve. No, they're not interested in non-aggression packs, so we'll just have to keep an eye on them. And I think that's got another 3,000 to spend, so we'll just have a look, quick look. Carfanigo. That's could take them up. The food's a bit low. 220. It's got very high food. Probably because of this effect of this. 5 spare squalor, so it's well to keep the food rolling in. Take this up to level 3. Right, we'll do an end turn. I'm really starting to get into this campaign now, guys. It's really interesting. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I certainly am. It's come together really nicely. It has potential. I think we could take this a lot further. Possibly capture right across. Oh, looks like the Romans have just had a go at the Jutes and got beaten off, which is a shame. It'd be nice if they'd captured that. I'd dive straight in there and take it for me, because I have to capture Tarraconosis eventually. Now, who are these guys? These are the Angles, aren't they? Oh, it looks very much like these guys are now a horde. So who's pushed the Angles out? Oh, interesting. Certainly need to try and find out where the Huns are. There's Africa pushing up. Obviously there's some separatists there, so Rome's on that. Deceive, Garamantians, Anetu. Life has taken its side, so who is it Anetu then? local favours, respectable. So have I lost governor? Provinces. No, I've still got a governor. So who was in Etu then? Belpia. Sometimes it mystifies me when people die, unless it's the wife of one of these guys. Can't see any change to the faction family. Need to get this guy married. See that influence now. He's starting to build up a little bit of influence now. She's gaining a small amount of influence. Look at that though. 828 influence, which gives me public order -1, loyalty. That's impressive. Right, it looks like our friends there, so what I want to do is get this navy back there. So who's over here then? So it looks a bit like the Angles have actually had some kind of civil war. That's interesting. So I'm not at war there, but I'm at war with the... How come am I at war with... So that still says that the Angles are there. Doesn't make sense. So I've got... Unless that is... So who are these? Oh, they're Rugians. Sorry, I'm confused myself. So I'm still at war with the Angles here. And these are Rugians who I'm not at war with. Getting a bit demented. Let's come over here. These Caledonians have got nothing. So I think if once these guys are ready to go, 2 more turns, they can come down. Maybe take out the Caledonians, or if the Alamans ever decide to do something with this port. It amazes me the length of time that the AI spends sieging groups. So we've got only 10 food here. That's growing up. It's going to consume 20. So I've got a wow artisan. I suppose this is still counts as food. So what we'll do is we've only got 2 bonus here, so I'll get a well in there, then get the food underway. They'll probably have a food shortage. Right, let's quick run rounds. Now, excuse me. What I'm going to do is, I've got plenty of food here. I'm going to put prime forest in there because at the moment, if I remember correctly, I'm importing wood from the Geats and my relationship with the Geats is deteriorating. So I think if I start producing my own wood, I'm not sure why I would need that as a resource. I think this guy needs to come over here. Gives me public order issue here. Now I could go up there for 8,000. I've got 236 food. Squalor would go up 3. Got the... Right, let's just double check. That's the fallback option. Let's just have a look here. Oh, what we'll do is get that, and we'll get the gold mines back in. I think we've got plenty to Squalor yet. I've been building the Squalor up, so that will push up my income a bit. And yep, I think I will. Is it here or was it here? That's public order 13, that's 17. That will give me +4 public order. It's +6. So what is that? Characters. Religious differences 4. Well, religion is on the way down. Interesting. Black blades. I've got plenty of. Yeah, I'm going to drop that in because this is going to drop that in. Or can I convert that? Well, I'm not getting public order 13 from there. 7 from there. Nothing from there. Public order 10 now. I'll build that up. I know it gives me 2 mead halls, which is a little bit unbalanced. That's effectively spent a large amount of my money. How's the 75 and rising here? Can I recruit any more priestesses? Or I got the maximum number of priestesses? Yep. So I think what I'm going to do is bring the priestess down to here. This will probably mean that this will stop. This might keep going under the influence of this building here, because this has got religious influence coming down from there. Religious influence is on the increase here. This is giving me some religious influence there, so that should keep the process going. Quick check on, oops, not trade and finance, minor victory, just to keep an eye on that. 578, so getting 200 or 300 a whack from that. So this is keeping her going.
Ready for orders.
My, let's see, sabotage army, quarter arms. When I build these agents up, when they're doing something like that, I like to get 1 in each, just so they can have all the abilities built up. I think that's about all I can do for this turn, guys. I'm sorry, it's just going to be a matter of pushing through some turns here. Once that army's built up and this navy's back here, we can consider the next step in pushing forward. Castiga's governor. So integrity, that's not going to do you much good. Constructions, governed province. Well, we'll certainly give that. And we'll do that. That should reduce the corruption. Right, end turn. And to be honest, oops, forgot all about you. I'm half expecting the Garamantians down in Africa to declare war on me. So I could end up fighting on 2 fronts, which would be unfortunate, but if that's the way that it needs to go. If it looks like the Huns are probably destroying another region. Oh, the Romans are coming up for another go. Didn't stay long. And they've just had a go at Africa. So the Romans are still pushing, trying. I hope you guys, the Rugians, aren't planning on settling in that province. If you are, you might regret it. Are we going to get a sneak attack?
As long as our strength remains, we would be honored to count you as friends and more.
Yeah.
We are a proud people.
Non-aggression
Would
pact,
your
yep.
acceptance of
That alliance, the reason I accepted that alliance in Hispania is that the Garamantians are still chancing their arm. Ecos, authority, husband, chance of legitimate personal influence. No, you can do better, guys. You can do a lot better than that. Ecos, you're my admiral, and it's not that I've got a shortage of influence. I'm tempted to do that growth enabled. So how much money have I got? 17,000. If I get that, horde incumbent, large cities, smokehouse, fortified town. Yep, well I've got the money. You never know.
Your orders?
Let's quick check again. 6,000. No, a couple of turns and I should have that. Don't like you hanging around, matey, but we'll see.
Heading out.
See, if you weren't there, I'd be very, very tempted to actually start the war there. Not much of a barrack things, marble. Shouldn't think about things like that. I've got Tingras here, so I've got armies sat here doing nothing, which is annoying. I could take that up, that up. How's the public order here? Plenty, but then with two armies in the cities, it's could take that up. Well, first things first, let's get this sorted out, get some food going, because you've got minus 30 food now, which is going to be a problem. I can leave you there. I can see if the Rugians who went down in here somewhere, maybe they will attack the Geats. If they do, I might sneak in. Let's bring you down here. Just to keep an eye on what's going on.
we still have a win?
Right. I've got 6,000 left to spend. I think I can spend it in Tingras, upgrading one of these to Warlord's Hold. That will consume. I've got plenty of food there. That's the fallback option. This is plus 18, probably due to the army. 20 food, very bit short on food. I could take that up. That would give me an extra 30. It's a level 3 cities. Cordoba, let's just, while I'm looking at you, get you down. That should push up will make the religious influence positive. This is building up. So you've now got plus 4. So that's coming up nicely. Plenty of food here. You're minus 2. You're still minus 2. And you're falling. So I really need to perk you up somehow. So that's creating 750, 1 squalor, 1 public order. So what if I converted you to a chieftain's hall? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Build you up. I need to get this public order under control, guys. So Astoria's building that. That income from that should compensate for the loss of income here. Here. When that's built, that will give me the increased public order and minus food consumption. A bit short on food, but I should be able to survive that. I can take that up. That will -2 public order, -2 public squalor. Got +6 sanitation, livestock pens, mounted spear raiders, borrow my cavalry. Provides garrison. So at the moment this is -3. If I convert that to -4, that will give me extra 2 squalor. That's currently I'm getting 74 food from that and 580 odd wealth. If I go to that, I lose money, but I get 115 food. Yep, I think we'll go for that. Sooner or later, the moment the climate is average. So actually, if I cancel that, does that food? Actually, can I? 450 food and 900 wealth plus 70, and that will give me 40, 30 cattle pounds. That would give me a garrison of decisions. But that will give me -2 public order, but that will cattle pounds. That would take it to cattle pounds. 150 food, 410 wealth. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to that if I gain. It's gonna cost me a little bit of money, but that's 2,500 or less about. It's not exactly gonna need defending. Just have a quick run round. Nearly coughed. Boracum. Got 110 food here. Plenty of there, so I'll get you in there as well. That would take you up to a bully. 150 food, 410 wealth. These are definitely the settlements here, totally impervious to climate change. So they're definitely the what I need up in this area. Oh, looks like the Jutes are retaliating for the Romans attacking to them, but it hasn't worked. Probably the next turn will be the last turn in this session, guys. I think there's only so long you can sit and watch somebody building things, but that army should be able to start bringing that army down to start a bit of fighting. So the Rugans, the Macromans, yep, we'll take a peace treaty.
Honorable enemies,
Yeah, that's not unexpected.
Friend, your people will fall into darkness and despair.
Not totally unexpected, I must admit, from the Garamantians, but they're going to regret it. So you're laying siege with that. Interesting, because I can bring that army across to there and that army up to there. I'll never replace that mercenary Celtic warband, so we'll just do that. Because that will give me plus 50 wealth from substance all areas. Once I finish this, guys, it will be a question of getting back to the military. I think I'm going to leave it there, guys. I know it's mid-turn, but I think with the Garamantians there, what I'm going to probably do is bring an army across here and fight them. I can also bring this army up. So I don't know what they think they're going to be doing, but they're going to learn the error of their ways. And at that point, guys, if you like what I'm doing, give a like and subscribe. If not, go out, enjoy life, and do what makes you happy. Until the next time, goodbye.